Welcome, one and all, ladies and gents, to another live edition of the Extra Point. We got Tasha T Sizzle in the middle square today. How goes it today? International sports correspondent.
It goes well. It goes well. Just sitting here chilling, just thinking about what we discussed before we got on air. And Mike and I were right.
No, we're gonna talk about this before it's over with. Not right. And shouts out to the people who's already checking in. Shouts out to Miss Denise. We will be getting to her in just a second. Brandon Lewis checking in. Brandon, you stick around. We got some Oklahoma smoke that we need some answers for today, my brother. You got another big game tonight. And on the far right, playing X receiver, our Jerry Rice for the day. You see him all decked out in his maize and blue. It's none other than Michigan Mike.
Michael, what's up? Glad to be back again. Thankful for another Saturday, kind of like you posted yesterday.
Okay, yes, very, very thankful. Not only am I thankful for another Saturday, y'all wouldn't even be surviving in Dallas if not for these two people. Yes, very much so. And I'm not going to get all sentimental because we're about to dunk on some people. And he's going to be there live. Okay, so we're going to have questions for you before and after the game. So before we get started, because we have a lot of sports to get to today, Miss Tasha T Sizzle, can you please do us the honors of who this show is sponsored by?
It is sponsored by May Jane's Coffee. That's MAEJANES coffee.com. You can get your Colombian, Honduran, and Brazilian blend coffee, freshly ground or not, by my daughter, Denise. And K-Cups are in. Even though I do not have a Keurig, I'm going to order K-Cups, just for the support. And I advise some of you maybe to do that. A lot of you say, I don't drink coffee. Just support. Help me keep my baby girl off the pole.
Every cup sold keeps a sister off the pole, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you go support Mama, Miss AP Colter. I'm going to send you some K-Cups your way because she has a K to Keurig too. And she gets down with that. Now, on a serious note, before we get started with the fun and shenanigans, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, as you all know, and breast cancer is one of the things that's affected not only myself, but Miss Tasha T Sizzle, Mr. Mike, a lot of people that we know, a lot of people that you know, family members, friends that you know that may be fighting this or may have succumbed to their battle. We want to make sure that everybody keeps all of the brave women out there that's fighting the battle of their lives, keep them in your prayers, and we'll drop a quick flex for them real quick. Everybody, there you go, Mike. We'll drop a flex. The extra point is thinking about you, supporting you, and we wish you well in your continuation of your fight. Now, speaking of fight, y'all, we're going to bring this on wax because I feel attacked. I need everybody out there watching right now to go to ESPN.com and y'all tell me when they say Michigan plays Northwestern and throw it in the comments, and we will just wait and see how that goes down. Now, that we have, don't do it, Tasha, don't do it. Now that we have that taken care of, last Saturday, y'all, Mike, Tasha, Mike, I already told you, last Saturday was one of the greatest wall-to-wall days of college football that I can remember. Big games, ranked teams, bloody in noses, going down to the wire, big-time upsets, none bigger than BAMA. Down goes BAMA, which kind of brings me back to a little argument that we've been having off wax that we're going to bring to the people about SEC versus Big Ten. Let me start here. Alabama's ranked number 5 this week after losing to an unranked Texas A&M team. An unranked Texas A&M team, right? They're sitting right there on the doorstep. We're just waiting on somebody to fall off so they can jump right back into the top 4. Is it fair for Alabama to be ranked ahead of undefeated Michigan and undefeated Michigan State? Michigan, Mike, since it's a Michigan story, let's start with you.
I honestly wasn't sold on Alabama to begin with.
That's true.
Just going off of who they've beaten so far, like they've beaten North Tex, Western, Southern, Eastern.
Miami was ranked when they beat them. Mississippi was ranked when they got doubled up a couple of weeks ago. They played some ranked teams. Don't do that.
They played a lot of weak teams, and I think it showed when they played against A&M, and A&M caught them. So
wait a minute. You said A&M was weak.
Yeah, I know. So if they lose to a weak team, then you're weak. It's like so. To answer your question,
is not weak.
To answer your question, I think it's fair for right now because I can't really say anything based off of like who Michigan has played. However, I think the schedule will show. So we just got to win out.
Tasha T. Sizzle, is it fair that Alabama's ranked ahead of undefeated Michigan and undefeated Sparty?
I would say yes, because at this point in the season, in the beginning, they all play these cupcake games, just so they can basically, it's practice. It's what it is. I don't know, Mike, you're the guy, the strength of schedule, but Michigan has played lesser opponents, and so has State, I do believe. And I mean, I have a point, but I'm going to wait till you get to it about the Big Ten SEC bias. I'm going to wait because it kind of ties into one of the next things we're going to talk about.
Okay, so then let's continue this conversation forward. At this point right now, and we've kind of danced around the subject of SEC versus Big Ten this year because of the strength of schedules and how the Big Ten big games are backloaded into the second half of the season. And the SEC, some of the big boys have already started to play. Like you said, Alabama's already played TAMU in the West. They've already played Mississippi in the West. So those teams that's taking losses, they drop. Michigan hadn't played Little Brother. Michigan hadn't played Ohio. Michigan hadn't played Penn State. Penn State hadn't played Michigan. Penn State hadn't played Sparty, and on and on. But however, as it sits right now, there are 5 teams in the Big Ten in the top 10. Like, I can't even remember the last time that happened. Tasha T. Sizzle, of these 5 teams, we have Iowa, we have Penn State, we have Ohio, we have Michigan, we have Michigan State. Which of those 5 teams you think has the best chance to come out, not only of the Big Ten, but to win a college football championship?
To be honest, of course, I'm always going to be a homer and say Michigan. But just looking at it, if Iowa is the go-to, I don't see Iowa winning a national championship at all. If you're just going off of their ranking and where they are now, I don't think that if Iowa is the representative, I don't think they stand a good chance.
Right. I totally agree with that. Mike, who do you go with?
So to take the homer out of it, and I'll say, okay, besides Michigan, so let's get that out of the way. The thing that I'm afraid of for Michigan is that, and I think everyone said it already, is that we can't score when we want to score. So the quick scoring is a problem. We find ways to win, which is great, especially during playoffs or especially when you play another conference. So that's always nice to have. So besides Michigan, I'm honestly going to have to go with Ohio as far as the best chance, just because they already have that national type swagger. Like, they've been there. They've played the Oklahomas, the Alabamas, the Clemson. Like, they've been there and done that. So they already have that swagger to where Iowa hasn't. Michigan State hasn't. Penn State, they look good, but after losing to Iowa, and I'm like, maybe you're.
But it wasn't a bad, right? But the game really was not that bad, to be honest.
No, it was a great game.
It was a good game, but I think in the big setting, under the bright lights, I don't think Penn State would hold up. I just don't think they would.
Yeah.
So let me tell y'all what my esteemed co-hosts were afraid to tell y'all. Do y'all need to zoom in right there? That right there, that logo is the team with the best chance to win. And let me explain why. And normally I'm the one who would say the opposite. With Ohio, yes, they have a 3-headed monster with C.J. Stroud at quarterback. He's throwing 5 touchdowns a week now. You got Chris Olave and Garrett Wilson, who are going to be number 1 draft picks this coming up spring. So those receivers, he's got the talent outside to score with anybody. I'm just worried about their defense and their chemistry. If we're looking at a mismatch like a Georgia versus Michigan or Alabama versus Michigan, something along those lines, there's certain factors that the underdog needs to have about them to pull off the upset. One, you need to be able to possess the ball. Michigan can't do that. They can run. They have 2,000-yard caliber running backs in the backfield. Number 2, you cannot commit turnovers. Say what you want about McNamara. He's not turning the ball over right now. Yes, I'm team J.J. McCarthy, but our starting quarterback is not turning the ball over. And 3, You have to be able to pressure the quarterback, and number 97 is going to be a top 5 pick. You heard it right here. We can rush the passer. We can disrupt the quarterback. We can play stall ball with the run game, and we don't turn the ball over. And yes, you're right. T. Henderson at OSU is a monster at running back as well.
The thing
for the game,
I think
we're best equipped to knock off of Alabama or Georgia.
I think the thing that I'm afraid of, though, and we kind of saw it against Nebraska, is that triple threat quarterback that you were talking about. Because as soon as he started going and doing the option, like Michigan was like, "Oh, we didn't plan for this." I'm like, what do you mean you didn't plan for this? You knew he was going to run,
right?
That's true.
And then also, like you say, our running game, but what is our pass game? We got the number 1 receiver is out. The second guy didn't get kind of injured. I just don't think they have that championship mentality. I think if they finished, ranked good this year, I think next year if they kept this steam, they would have a better chance.
Basically, when he takes over the reins.
Yeah, I agree with Tasha, but I disagree. So, like the mentality, I think, and then the swagger, the national championship swagger they have, I think where they're lacking is wide receiver talent, and that one area of making those 60-yard pass, catchable plays, having those overthrown passes. Like, man, I think
why are they so small? Why we got so many little bitty receivers? Where the big Braylon Edwards?
Calvin Johnson.
Where's the Megatons? But I mean, I just think because without having those wideouts, that would limit our offense, and everyone would know, basically our game plan. Unless you luck up, like how Peoples Jones just come out of nowhere for Cleveland. If we had to get a receiver like that would come out of the blue and just with quarterback, wide receiver connection and just make a difference. But I don't see that happening.
So who do you see having the best chance? So you're saying, are you agreeing with Mike that it's Ohio? Or are you saying it's maybe Michigan State? Because they're very physical and they do have a receiver that's going to be a lottery pick as well.
But even I hate to say it would be Ohio simply because they've been there. That's kind of like it's kind of ingrained in them at this point. Yeah, we lost this game, but if we get a chance to go to the big show, they may not win it, but they're gonna do something.
And one thing I do like about y'all's answer is the fact that the committee will give them the benefit of the doubt because they have performed and won playoff games in the past. So if it comes down to, hey, what would the people want to watch regionally? Who's going to pack up and go across the country to support their team? Ohio has already proven that they will fill up your stadium in a college football playoff, and they'll follow their team. Good stuff by you. Now, there are 2 teams sitting ahead of Alabama that bears watching as well. We have Cincinnati sitting at number 3. They have a road win over Indiana, road win at South Bend over Notre Dame. They only have one more ranked team to play, and that's at SMU, the second to the last game of the year. And you have Oklahoma, Mr. Brandon Lewis, who are getting by the skin of their gums. They're getting by the skin of their gums. They benched their quarterback last week. Rattler, they were about to be donezo until the backup came in, Caleb Williams, and started putting in work.
Who didn't even play football his senior year of high school.
Right, he was playing spades by the lockers. Oklahoma, will they run out of luck? Will there be a part at the end of the rainbow? Can they continue to squeak by like this and make it into the playoffs? Because if they keep winning, they'll win out and be in there.
I think that they don't honestly, based off of their schedule, they don't really need luck at this point. Like they all they need to do is just win by a touchdown or 3 points or whatever. And sadly, they're not playing anybody else for Oklahoma. I wish that someone would clap on them a little bit, but I don't think it's going to happen.
So you think they're going to run the table?
I do, but the funny thing is, I think they'll still be left out.
Wow! Over what? A one-loss Big Ten team?
Potentially.
All right, nice tease right there, Mike. T Sizzle. Will Oklahoma win this thing out, and Cincinnati too, for that matter?
See, now this is where I'm going to go. Okay, number 1 is Georgia. Number 2 is Iowa. Number 3 is Cincy. And Oklahoma is 4, right?
Yes. That's the current
Now,
playoff.
if Alabama continues to win out, they go to the SEC championship game. Georgia stays undefeated. If Alabama wins, of course, that's the SEC bias. Alabama's going to be in the top 4, and Georgia. Big Ten, let's say Iowa wins out. Whoever is the representative to play Iowa, will they keep that Big 12 team out if they beat Iowa? And if not, they're going to have Georgia, you're going to have Alabama, you're going to have a Big 12. Where does that leave Cincinnati and an Oklahoma? Because you can't have 2 Big 10, 2 SEC.
That's a great question.
But why not? That's what
that would be kind of dope. But the committee is going to be rooting for Cincinnati to rule themselves out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you know, when the rankings come out, Cincinnati's not ranked in the top 4. We all know this.
Right.
And the only way that Iowa is going to be ranked in that top 4 is if they stay undefeated. But I think Iowa is one of those teams that the committee would wait for them to have that one loss, want to drop them. And that loss could be in the Big Ten championship.
This is what I worry about. I agree with you 1,000%, Tasha. This is what I worry about. I worry about, let's say, an undefeated Michigan or a one-loss Ohio State getting to the east of the Big Ten championship, knocking off Iowa. And once Iowa loses, they dropping down to 12 or 13.
They're going to drop down. And I think that Big Ten, the Big Ten champion is going to be there. So who's going to be that 4th team?
Right.
Because again, the SEC bias is always going to allow 2 SEC teams. If whoever wins that SEC championship is going in, and whoever's undefeated is going in. So that's 2 spots already taken.
Right. And I think dropping them to just 5 and not below the Big Ten teams that's already undefeated, they're sending a message right there that, hey, anybody above Alabama lose, we're going to have 2 SEC teams. Because if Alabama beats Georgia and that's their only loss, how do you pick undefeated Cincinnati over a one-loss Georgia who loses in the SEC championship game?
And that's what happened to Alabama. Remember when they lost and Alabama dropped to number 3?
Yeah.
When they were number 1 and they dropped to number 3 and they won the championship.
I think we need Oklahoma to lose because Cincinnati can be easy to write off. I mean, like, okay,
we leapfrog Cincinnati, right?
But then who would be that 4th team, Mike? Who would you put in at number 4? That's the question.
Yeah, I would honestly be okay with the SEC Big Ten shootout. So like,
you're just ready to see the Big Ten stomp on the SEC on the national stage, and I'm here for it too. I don't think it will happen because I don't know what 2 teams will stack up against Georgia and Alabama in a playoff scenario. But at least give us the chance to pull off the upset. We got the Big Ten. Looks like it has some talent this year, but
Michigan, Ohio versus Alabama, Georgia. Let's see it pay-per-view.
Hey, man, pay-per-view and pockets be light around Thanksgiving. Now, I want to send a shout-out to my nephew, Carter Paul Colter, who's watching, said he's going to kill me in Madden when I come back to Nashville. That'll be in about 6 weeks, bruh. So make sure your mama put that on Facebook Live. Tell her to go live with that. He is now in basketball, y'all. I just saw a video of him the other day. Pull up at the free throw line and just swish it in the little kid's face. Y'all, I ran that back like the Thriller video.
If he gets that Colter height, he gonna be forced to reckon with.
Have you seen him lately? He's already up past navel, so yeah, I think that he's gonna be sick. I think he's gonna be taller than both of his uncles. Now, Brandon says he'd rather see a mix of conferences in the top. You would want to see a mix of conferences
because you want Oklahoma in.
You need to come back on the set. That's what you need to do. We're gonna be watching you tonight against TCU. You best believe that. Now, let's move on to the NFL because something happened this week that really disturbed me. It really just got me grated. And no, I'm not talking about what John Gruden said. So we're about to have an adult conversation. So kids, make sure y'all listen up and get some of this game we about to spit to y'all. Now, last night at 6:28 p.m., ESPN released an article where the NFL said that there are no more emails to be gone through. There was no more emails that had any kind of incriminating rhetoric of homophobic slurs, of racial rhetoric, or anything like that. And for y'all who just got out today on warrants, congratulations on getting out of jail. We're talking about the emails that the NFL were pulling from the Washington Redskins. Oh, I'm sorry. The Washington football team. Sorry, Daddy.
It's okay. It's okay.
the Washington football, that's his favorite team, the Washington football team, for years and years of nefarious acts that led to a $12 million fine investigation. Now, as we all know, the only person who wound up getting slapped for this was John Gruden, who had to resign earlier this week because of leaked emails. Now, when I read that article last night, I was furious because I already suspected there was a mouse in the house. When you mean to tell me out of 650,000 emails, the only thing you saw was a coach from another team who wasn't coaching that team at the time, who wasn't even in the league at the time. He was working for another company, was talking about the NFL commissioner, and now he has to resign. And so the media gets their pound of flesh. We get to beat up on Gruden all week. Meanwhile, Daniel Snyder, Mrs. Snyder, and Bruce Allen, they get to skate by. Right. When we had cheerleaders being topless, they were solicited out to be women of the day for high-profile sponsors of the organization. They had shady hiring practices, everything that led to the investigation. Nobody saw anything else in those emails. I smell a rat. Then my question to you, Tasha, is what was the point of Emailgate anyway? Why even release Gruden's emails?
Again, my issue is not with the emails being released or what he said, because at this I'm sick of it. Like, I'm so numb to people making racist comments about Black people, making comments about the LGBTQ community, about Hispanics. I'm of it. Let's get that on out there. My whole issue with it is you had all these other emails because the NFL's top lawyer got caught in 4K discussing different things, being
what
racist.
does that mean? I hear people say that all the time in 4K. What does that mean?
Like high definition. You got it. It's clear. It's clear as day.
Okay, got you. Okay, thank you.
But what I think it also highlights, because I've seen some more of the emails that have kind of some of the information where they did talk about Colin Kaepernick and how some of the owners and coaches were saying things about him. And then I go back to, just to get back on Gruden, you remember, what was the kicker name? The King guy, the Black kicker.
Punter. Oh, Marquette King.
Remember, he just got rid of him for like no reason. Marquette King was like ranked number 4 at that time when he got, let me see, I think I pulled it up. Wait a minute. He was averaging like 46.8 yards a punt, which ranks 4th. Why would you get rid of him? And they did say because they, their ideas clashed or whatever. My whole issue with all of this, why is it the people who are targeted are always the ones that are having to come to the defense of what was said? That's what aggravates me.
Explain what you mean.
Where I sat there and I watched Randy Moss break down. You had all those 2 other panelists up there. What's the boy that used to be the quarterback at the Hasselback boy, and the coach who we know is, which way he leans. They didn't say anything whatsoever. And this is your coworker. If we're sitting somewhere and Mike is telling us something serious and Mike tears up or breaks down, I'm going to do what I can say to let Mike know that I'm supporting him. I'm not going to sit there and just say, okay. Rex Ryan didn't utter a word. Then you go to the Sunday night broadcast. Now, I didn't notice this myself. I was listening to a show, and when they said it, I remember, because it was that long delay, because I was like, oh, I'm going to go to bed. I'm not going to sit up and, watch this because it's going to be too late. They had Tirico, the Italian Tirico, and Tap Dancing Tony.
Oh my God. You did not just call him that on live TV.
Defending Gruden. I don't care what Mike Tirico says. We look at you, you Black. You can say you Italian all day long. You Black, bro. If you walk on that street, they're not going to say, oh, that's an Italian man. Why were they the only ones up there defending him? But Drew Brees is sitting there panned in so Drew Brees would not be in the shot. He's sitting up there with his playmaker hair on that he borrowed from Michael Irving, that brown shoe polish. his hair. No one. Why are I'm just gonna say why ain't white people out here trumping for us? I hate to say that, but why are they not supporting us when the Asians were being abused or whatever? When that Asian thing, who was up there defending Black people? Whenever Hispanics or Latinos are being talked about, who's always there to defend them? Black people. When gay people, transgender, who's defending them? Black people. When we getting up here talked about, you called to said this man's lips was the size of Michelin or whatever. Where's the support? Why do we have to defend when we're the ones that are being targeted? That's what pisses me off about the whole thing. Because like I said, I'm immune, I'm numb to the racist comments because they've been going on since they brought us over here.
No, Mike, I wanna pick up now. See, now this is starting to crystallize to me why I told you, Mike, that the media gets their pound of flesh with this now. Because of the reaction of not just Tasha, but of everybody who falls under the umbrella of people who were quote unquote attacked by Gruden's emails. The NFL knows this. They know this is a hot button topic for all of these groups. So what better way to do the sleight of hand to protect your owner than to dangle somebody out there who represents everything that we dislike about this country to get us all marching him down the aisle and not finding out what the hell went on with Washington. Like you said, where the dead strippers at? Where all those topless cheerleaders at? Where's their justice? What about the people of color who didn't get the jobs? What are you hiding in those emails? That's the whole reason I was like, what was the point of even dragging that out? Because now people don't want to probe further. Now, like you said, you get the Tony Dungy's involved. You get them other guys, they trying to slide off the camera because they don't want nothing to do with that. If you're married, Mike, you're married, Tasha. If y'all sitting at a table with another couple and they start talking about their cheating or their spousal problems, what you gonna do, Mike? You gonna start sliding out the picture. You know, be like, I don't want nothing to do with none of that.
But see, not me. I'm going to listen attentively, and I mean, I can give them the best advice I can. But let's say if it was Mike, and we're sitting there, and he's saying, "Oh, well, Stacey and I are going through some things," or if I was sitting there, "Oh, Gino and I are going through some things," I'm going to expect some sympathy for the people who are around me. But for all these white people to sit there on their damn hands, so y'all don't think there's anything wrong with what he said? Like, of course we do. But, you know, again, I'm just sick of it.
Right, I get it, but when you don't, Mike, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think the biggest thing is I feel more insulted that they are trying to hide it, right? So like they're throwing all this stuff as like fireworks, like, hey, go look over there. And I'm like, I mean, I'm not 10 years old anymore. Like, what was the end result from what you were supposed to do? And
right, because what happened to Washington?
Yeah, that's like getting a big for a murder case. You go inside the house and you're like, okay, I got to get all this evidence, and then you find like just a random piece of paper on the ground and you just grab it and walk out the door. Like, what? You were supposed to actually go in the house and check it. What are you doing?
They found something that they could put out publicly, and they did leak those emails. If they never leaked those emails, there's no tap dancing Tony. None of us care. We're just going on about our everyday business. Yep. People that we work with every day, we don't know what they really feel in their heart. People get by to get along, and we've all talked about coworkers before. Not Mike. Mike don't talk about his coworkers. Like, he's like super employee. But I've banged on employees before. Tasha, we work in situations to where you may have to smile and grin at somebody, but you can't stand them. Or, you know, somebody may be living a lifestyle that you don't rock with, but you don't necessarily bring it to their neck every day. I just feel like that the email get was pointless. Like, okay, so now he resigned. Does that mean that he don't feel the same way he feel about Michael Sams? No. It's not going to make him like have a come to Jesus meeting or nothing.
But that also makes me, I'm curious as to what some of these other owners think. They got rid of, what was the owner that owned the Clippers? But can you imagine if they tried to form a coup and get rid of Jerry Jones? Because we kind of know probably Jerry Jones leans. Can you
Jerry
imagine?
is probably the one behind having a fall guy, because you know Jerry was in them emails. Now,
I mean, what's the Houston owner, the McNair,
Rob
that
McNair.
Taz? when he was out there saying, compare the players to inmates or whatnot, they crucified that man, but they didn't remove him.
They didn't remove, which means that this was something on a scandalous level of higher proportions that could have led to like serious probably litigation or antitrust violations in those emails. And so they had to find a fall guy. We see it on TV every day. Now, sticking with the NFL, last week we talked about our teams that we thought that was the best teams in the NFL going into week 5. All those teams won. So pat yourselves on the back. Green Bay still alive. Mike, you had
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay. They went ahead and won Thursday. I've got the Cowboys. They're rolling along. Now this week, let's flip that. Who's the most disappointing team after 5 weeks heading into week 6 that you've seen so far, Tasha?
There is a list. Let me see. You have teams like the Jets, who are going to be bottom dwellers. That's just them.
Can we not bring up the Jets? It's still too early.
Detroit. I wonder how teams like that, especially Detroit, how do you continue to just be so crap? This is decade. You can't say, this is decade. They had one playoff appearance when Barry Sanders was there. That's wasted talent. And like I said, who else am I looking at here? But to be honest, Miami is disappointing me because I thought Miami, given off of how they finished the season last year and how well they played, right, I thought that they would be better than they are. I know you hate Tua, Mike.
Right. I was just going to say, man, Mike is grinning.
Rib injury be damned. Even when he was there, and the Texans, but really for me it's Miami, because Miami should be doing a little bit more.
Especially when the Jets are so bad and there's no Tom Brady in New England. Mike, who's your most disappointing team so far in the NFL?
I would probably go with the Steelers, just because I thought that they finished last year really strong and their defense looked really good. So I was like, okay, well, they'll get their offense ready this year and then they'll be back. Big Ben is very inconsistent. I know they won last week, but I'm gonna go with the Steelers. They just don't look like the playoff team that they did last year.
But see, the Steelers they have the ability to come back. Coach Epps, Mike Tomlin is, he's never had a losing season. So Pittsburgh has the ability to come back and maybe do something. But I think from just me speaking personally, Miami, I just thought they were going to do more. I wanted them to do more.
They really had a breakout season last year, and I thought that they were going to be a playoff contender this year. I'm going to go with Indianapolis. How in the hell are the Colts 1-4? Did you see that Monday night meltdown?
They are trash. That's why.
How they should have beat the Titans. They just crumbled in the fourth quarter. They played the Titans tooth and nail, just crumbled in the fourth quarter. They were up by 16 points in the fourth quarter with the ball at Baltimore and lost the game.
Well, we know why they lost that game.
Just saying, Carson Wentz. Is Carson Wentz that bad? Is it just Carson Wentz?
Carson Wentz was always overrated to me anyway. I never was a Carson Wentz fan, but you had Lamar Jackson under center over there for Baltimore, so anything is possible with that.
They had Lamar Jackson looking like 2009 Denard Robinson.
MVP looking.
Right.
He looked like he had all the cheat codes.
300. Like Lamar Jackson is not that good. And he's one of my favorite players, but he's not that good. Come on now. He's standing in the pocket throwing darts.
But he's
game plan. What are y'all doing? Now, as a Titans fan, I'm all right with that. But damn.
Did you peach the bitch?
Right. What is going on? Now, there's a team that neither one of you said that I was surprised that y'all didn't bring up. So I have to throw this team out there and get y'all thoughts. Neither one of you all are worried about the Kansas City Chiefs? You, Tasha?
No.
At 2-3?
No.
You're not worried about it, Mike. You're not worried either, huh?
Because I expect a letdown.
Really?
That Super Bowl kind of showed me a lot. I expected a kind of letdown. I mean, because everyone was already, Patrick Mahomes, he's the best quarter. Oh, he's going to be better than Brady if he continues with this. No, I'm not.
I think I said that before.
See, I'm not one of those on the hype train type people.
I was on the hype train. I said that before. I'm sorry, Tom. I'm sorry, bro. I did say that. And I had to say it first because Mike knows I said that, and I didn't want him to say it first. Mike, you're not worried about the Chiefs. Why not?
No, I think they're trying to figure things out. I didn't think that they were going to be like a 1-2 loss team like they did when they won the Super Bowl, or like last year. I think it's just normal. So if we see them having 3 or 4, let's say 5 losses, that's still a good team. I think we've just seen them do it before, so we're like, oh man, they're going to be done. They still got a really good team. So if they're going to lose, let it be early in the season, and then they're going to finish out strong.
No, let's not forget this. Their 3 losses were to Baltimore, the Chargers, and to who did they just lose to? It was Baltimore, the Chargers, one other good AFC team. Buffalo just smashed them on Sunday Night Football. Those are 3 teams that you lose the tiebreaker to already, as far as AFC seeding. What I do, worry about is the Tennessee Titans winning a bad division and having to host Kansas City in the wild card round. Lord Jesus, please no. That would be awful because the Chargers look like they may not be caught from behind. Now, if you blink, you might have missed it, but the NBA preseason has come and gone. The season starts on Tuesday. The NBA is already back. Damn, NBA. They owe somebody some money? Like, why so many games a year?
These players are exhausted.
Right. Like, good Lord. They've been rec league. All right. So the question, who's the best player in the NBA heading into the season? T Sizzle.
KD.
Why KD, Tasha? Don't be laughing, Mike.
He is a
Don't be sipping your coffee like your mate James.
He is a game changer, and he is a difference maker. And he does not shy away in the final milliseconds from taking that big shot. Big toe be damned.
Right. If he had just a smaller foot, he'd be an NBA champion right now. Okay, I'm not mad at KD. KD, he showed me that he can come back from an Achilles the way he battled Giannis. I was impressed. That was a hell of a series. Mike, who's the best player in the NBA?
Man, I'm gonna go with Luka. Just going off of the preseason, and he's been getting triple doubles just like playing 2 quarters. Like, that's crazy. He just looks really good. So I'm gonna be a homer and say Luka.
I'm gonna put Ja Morant over Luka.
Can we put Ja Morant over Luka? Can we put Ja over Luka?
That's not
Ja because Ja is carrying the whole city of Memphis, one town.
Right. Because of Ja Morant, the city is not known for First 48 no more. The city is known for...
The city is known for a 9 seed now.
Don't do that, Mike. Y'all was, what, a 6 seed? Don't do that. Y'all went too far ahead of us.
He's carrying Memphis to the 9 seed. Like, come on.
What? No, you watch to see how they come out this year. Jaren Jackson Jr. is back healthy. We got rid of Valanciunas, which lets Jaren Jackson Jr. do his thing. Ja Morant is a monster. He will be a all-star this year. And Luka better watch it. That's a crazy coach you got down there in Dallas, downtown Dallas.
Because
Jason Kidd is crazy.
He beats women. He fights men. He does everything else.
He's a backbiter.
Sometimes it be like that,
If Luka didn't like Carlisle's tough nose coaching,
he's not
gonna swing on Kidd.
Yeah,
he gonna swing on Kidd because Kidd is like young enough where he'll still try to fight a 20-year-old.
Oh yeah, he'll still put them hands on you.
Yeah,
like we gonna see how this thing work out with Kidd. We'll see. The disrespect will last no longer. The best player in the NBA, you see it sparkling, you see it glistening. His name is LeBron Latrell James, born on December the 12th, 19 and such, to one Gloria James, father unknown. He's still the king. Did you see him the other day? Dropped 36 and 6 in 29 minutes against the Kings. The man is still doing his thing until somebody knock him off. And I'm tired of the hypocrisy. Why are we talking about this? If Tom Brady can still be the king and the GOAT and playing at a high level.
He ain't my GOAT.
Oh, that's right. He ain't your GOAT. Mike, if Tom Brady can still be sitting on top of the throne as the number one guy in the league after 20 years, so can LeBron. Nobody's knocked him off his throne yet. KD, he is the easy money sniper. He is. He has no holes, no weaknesses in his offensive game, but he can't pass like LeBron. He ain't a floor general like LeBron.
Because he don't need to pass because he's not scared to take the shot. If you,
that is true. Now, I would rather have KD take the last shot than LeBron.
Right.
But until further notice, until he pop a tire, until he misses the playoffs altogether, until he's like clearly not the best player on his own team, the best player in the NBA is still one King James. Now, let me ask you this. Mike, you shaking your head. You disagree?
Well, I mean, yeah, I said Luka, but well, 2 + 2 does equal 4, Paul.
Well, that was a homer pick. We all know that. We know you said that for the household.
I mean, it's hard to disagree with you. You know, being on top. It ain't
that hard to disagree with you, Mike. Luka got to walk in his little bitty pro kid shoes, the little bitty white baby shoes, before he can step in a king shoe.
Yeah, you're right. He does have to beat him to be the new top player. So I agree with you on that.
He needs to beat Kawhi. There's levels to this. He ain't beat Kawhi yet before you can get to the king.
I think Kawhi is beating Kawhi. I think Kawhi is like, all right, I'm done. I did what I needed to do.
Kawhi got back home to LA and said, damn the NBA.
Yeah, exactly.
Live and die in LA.
Ain't nothing wrong with Kawhi. He's out there cashing checks, getting his money.
He want to put on his chucks and ride that bicycle with the high up handlebars and some khakis.
Right, he ain't got a care in the world. He got a championship. He got 2 chips. He got a couple of finals MVPs. He good. He ain't taking out the straight backs. My man is in LA living life like, man, whatever. Now, 2 more players that's like, man, whatever. Kyrie Irving and Ben Simmons. Now, again, for those of y'all who've been in jail, both of those players are in tenuous situations with their teams. Now, don't do it, Tasha. My question to you is, T Sizzle, who is more likely to be on their team at the end of the season, Kyrie or Ben Simmons?
Ben Simmons.
Really?
Did you see he went out and showed up because he needs
that money start adding up.
And your money a little funny. And he got a big mansion or whatever. Right. You have to make sure that barcode was in the strippers in there. Yeah, right. money got a little funny. You know, he got that new place out there in California. Then he got his, you know, he's too busy wanting to be in LA and got his girlfriend toting her all around. Yeah, money got a little
funny.
Fine
though. She. I mean, if you're gonna lay up. Get it? Like lay up basketball, get it? Okay, all right.
I'm gonna agree and say Ben Simmons, and the fact he's so much younger than Kyrie Irving. Like Kyrie already done it. Like he can literally sit this one out and be like, "Oh, you don't want me, trade me. That's fine. I'm gonna go wherever." But I think Ben Simmons, like you said, that money is gonna be like, okay, well, you owe this much money. He's like, oh wait, what? Oh,
okay. But let me. Okay, I'm gonna go with. I think that. Oh, that is a good one because I'm worried, and I'm gonna say Ben Simmons as well, but only because I think that, like y'all said, like you said, Mike, Kyrie got that long money. He got that Nike money. He got that Uncle Drew movie money. He got those old Pepsi Uncle Drew commercial money. He got that old Cleveland Cavaliers money. He done re-upped a few times, all max deals, all guaranteed money. I think if he wanted to prove his point and not play on principle, he has a lot more cachet to do so. And I think a lot more chutzpah. As an older person, as a person that's clearly a man of his convictions, because he ain't showed up yet. So, like, I think that if there was anybody that would, like, bark back at the NBA and say, F y'all, it'll be him. Whereas Ben Simmons is really young, really impressionable, that cute PYT will be laying doing a pillow talk like, baby, they just took $8 million out of your salary and put it in escrow.
Yeah.
I can get you on a flight in the morning.
Well, I mean, like Kyrie could make a documentary, pull a Kobe and win an Oscar. But would you watch a Ben Simmons documentary? Like,
no,
nah.
he be out here simping in these streets anyway.
I think he does have a documentary on this called One and Done on Showtime. It was so boring. Oh, that was awful. But do you see Ben Simmons and being able to coexist with Doc Rivers and Joel Embiid after everything that went down last year?
I mean, he really has no choice. You're going to show up, you get on. I mean, either way go. If he gets out there and just join, they're going to put him on the bench.
That's where he belongs. That's why.
Right, that's where he belongs anyway. Because why is he so scared? You have all this talent. Why are you so scared to play your position? Like, what is it?
I think it's his. He can't, like, to what you're saying. He can't own the fact that he's not this amazing player that he thought that he was. And so I think as soon as he came in, he was like, "Oh wait, what? All these players are very similar to me." Like, yeah, you ain't the great. Like you're not that great.
Right? He can't keep up with the hype. But he's not on the what's his name? Greg Oden status where you get in, you lose out or
no. Greg Oden. Greg Oden. That's Zion. Zion is the new Greg Oden. Who once again is going to miss the start of the season with a foot surgery injury,
and which means he's not exercising, which means he's down there eating them beignets, licking his fingers, powdered sugar.
Didn't LeBron try to tell him about that? He's like, "Oh, you better stop dunking. It's going to be bad on your knees and your ankles."
No, he needs to stop dunking donuts. That's what he needs.
Right, and beignets, and stop eating frog legs, and etouffee.
Look. In 10 years, we may look back at that draft with Ja going second and Zion going first, like we did with KD going second and Greg Oden going first. Like, damn, y'all had both of them sitting right there and you chose the injured one.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's just because he's injured and not because of talent. New Orleans, y'all got I ain't going to call him a bust just yet, but just to put a nice little bow on Ben Simmons, I think it's also pressure when you come out and everybody was comparing you to be the next LeBron when you came out of LSU, and then before you look up good, Trey Young done passed you, Ja done passed you, Luka done lapped you as far as being an international superstar. You got these players that came out behind him and lapped his ass. Like, true bona fide superstars is not scared of the moment.
I mean, he has talent, but by him playing at LSU and not really going up against any competition at LSU, of course he stood out at LSU, but then you get to the NBA, it's a different game. It's a totally, like I said, you got the other players who possess his same skill set, if not better, but they're scared to go out there and take the risk. They're not to be embarrassed. Again, he's too busy out here trying to date the next pretty girl instead of concentrating.
He is fine, though. At least he made a 3-pointer on that one.
In conclusion, the SEC is the worst conference in all of the world.
Hey, right here at the extra point, we never miss an opportunity to kick the SEC in the nards.
And
get out of here, SEC. Right, we love you, Nashville, but scram, Vanderbilt. Get on out of here. All right. Before y'all get me not able to come home and be in the B&A airport, let's go to the hot picks for this week. Now, college is a little slow, so we're going to do the NFL version this week. Now, we're going to start off with the Boomer Sooner Bowl. We got Kyler Murray versus yo boy. What's
Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield. In the Boomer Sooner Bowl, we got Arizona at Cleveland. There will be no coach for Arizona. He has COVID. He will have to sit this one out. T Sizzle, who do you like in this one, the Browns or the undefeated Arizona Cardinals?
I hate to say it, but I've got to go with the Cardinals. Cleveland has too much infighting going on right now. OBJ is he done? Like, what are they doing with him? Baker's
free OBJ,
crying.
Free OBJ. He's got a point.
Kyler is, I mean, not Kyler. What's his name? The quarterback.
Baker Mayfield.
Baker's up there crying. I mean, they're ruining their season. This was Cleveland's chance. You know how we say you get that one opportunity. This was Cleveland's year. They have running back. They got defense.
You only get one chance. You have to get the chance to blow because opportunity comes one in a lifetime. You got to lose. Oh, since we on the Detroit, look at Mike with the rhythm, y'all. Y'all see Mike bouncing? Mike. Oh, did I mention that there's no Chubb this week for Cleveland either?
I think it's a trap game. I'm going to go with Cleveland on the win.
Woo! Nice.
It is a trap game.
Nice and to the point. That's what we're talking about, Mr. Mike. You going to hit that rock one more time, man? D-Town style. There you go.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. Okay. They say we ain't have no soul, no rhythm on this show. That's a lie. Now, we have another big AFC matchup. I can't wait to get y'all's on this one because I really don't know. We have the Los Angeles Chargers who are on a tear versus the suddenly red-hot Baltimore Ravens. You got the Lamar Jackson versus Justin Herbert, two top 5 quarterbacks right now. Last week, everybody told y'all that they be listening to us talking about the parlays. Now, we hooked them up with Michigan covering the 3 points last week. What's going on with the Chargers in Baltimore? Michigan, Mike, who you got?
Man, I think I'm a little biased on this one just because I have Herbert and he's been doing me right, so I'm gonna do him right.
Right, he got you 100 points.
Chargers, yeah, I'm gonna choose the Chargers on this one, but the Ravens do look good, especially with that comeback win. But it was the Colts, so now you got to
give that comeback win no credence. That was all a meltdown on.
Yeah, so that's why I don't think the Chargers are going to melt down like that. So I'm gonna go with the Chargers.
Oh no, they won't. Tasha T. Sizzle, who you going with? Herbert or you going with L. Jack?
Where are they playing?
It's in Baltimore.
Oh, Baltimore.
A noon game, cross country trip.
Ooh, yeah, Baltimore.
No, I think it's a 3:30 game.
But still, that are the Chargers already on the East Coast? Like, have they been there since like Thursday?
No, they played at home last week against Cleveland.
Baltimore.
You going with Baltimore?
BMO.
I like to call them Baltimore-less, actually. I can't stand the Baltimore Ravens. I'm sick of them. I'm sick of the everything about them. I'm taking a look now to see. Oh, it's a 3:30 game, so they got a little time to sleep in. No, actually, it's a noon game. I'm going with Baltimore on that one. All right, as we continue, we have the Battle of America's team. We're going on the road to Foxborough. Take on Big Bill and the Patriots. What you got, Tasha? You got the Cowboys?
You already know the Cowboys are going to win this game. They are going to make New England look like the JV team that they are.
Hey, slow it down. Hey,
that hurt me to say that. It hurt me to say that.
Let it hurt. Let it hurt. Let it burn. Let it burn, baby, burn.
Well, I think I'm gonna pick. They should just call me Trap Pick Mike because I think this is a trap game for the Cowboys, and I'm gonna go with the Patriots. The spread right now, they have the Cowboys favored by like a field goal, which means that they either should win by a touchdown or lose by a touchdown. So I'm gonna go lose by a touchdown.
Mike, I'm gonna listen to Jeezy's whole collection today because you got all this trap stuff going on. Now I want to hear Trap Star by Jeezy. He does make the best trap music, even better than T.I. Don't at me on that. He makes great trap music.
I'll at you tonight. It's okay.
All right, of course. Dallas, man, they going 5-1. Diggs is gonna be playing. Jerry Jones said Diggs will be playing. Now, this time, the only thing I'm worried about is last time those two met, Stephon Gilmore had made Amari Cooper quit. Remember, he just checked himself out and was standing over there with the look.
He called out while he was at work.
He called out on lunch break. Like, how do you do that? But there's no Stephon Gilmore this time, so I'm going with the Cowboys. Now, in this week's Boo Boo Bowl, which we will now do for the rest of the season, in the Boo Boo Bowl, this matchup is so bad, we had to send them across the pond and have them playing before church even start. Now, that's Miami, the one-win Miami Dolphins, Tasha's most disappointing team in the league, versus the 0-5 Jacksonville Jaguars. Ew. Boo-boo. Woo. We need a courtesy flush for this game. T Sizzle, who you got?
Damn. What did the British ever do to us besides make us throw all the tea in the harbor? Right. Had Paul Revere talking about the British were coming. The British were coming. What? Why don't they send a better product? First of all, we're the only country that calls it football. I mean, like they don't call it. Well, they do. They call it football, American football. Why did the worst product ever created?
Man,
they said the Falcons. Who the Falcons played?
The Falcons and the Jets played last week. I hit the snooze button on that game. Like, oh, well, Titans will be playing soon. Let me go back. The British gonna be like, look, we'll give y'all that tea back. What y'all? Oh God! Who you got, Tussle? You got? I'm gonna go with Miami simply because I just want to see Irving there, and he is ruining Sunshine because Sunshine is a good quarterback. He is a very good quarterback. He possesses. He's an excellent quarterback. He is. Jackson. Remember, he's like, I don't want to play for the Jets. Right. At least you'd have had Corey Davis and a defense.
Well, but yeah, I'm gonna go for Miami.
Who you got, Mike, in the Boo Boo Bowl?
I got the Jags. I think they pull out.
Another trap game, Mike.
It's a trap game.
Duval.
Man, it's trash versus trash. Which one are you going to pick first? I'm going to go with the Jags.
Right. Are you going with the wastebasket or the one in the kitchen? With the
right. Yeah.
Look, I want Jacksonville to win this game only so Urban Meyer can stick around and stink it up for the next 10 years. I don't want him getting fired midseason and then they go get a real coach and now Jacksonville's a viable opponent for Tennessee again. I don't want that to happen. So let's throw him a bone and let him win this one against Miami. Although reports say that Tua's set to make his return over there across the pond. So if Tua's back, you know what? I got to go with Miami. I can't go with Jacksonville.
Even if he, no. Let's not get started on that one.
Was that your best call ever of a bust, Tua?
He's technically not a bust yet. I think
it's definitely a bust. It's a bust.
He ain't a bust. He's close. How close can you get to a bust?
You done been in the league, what, 4 years?
By the end of this season, if he don't show and tell, he's gonna be
just
a bust.
A game
I play when I wanna say I love you. Oh, show me and tell me. Oh, sorry.
I was about to sing the harmony on the back end of that, but he's a us. He's a us right now. That B is hovering above the stadium, though.
But you know why I like Tua? I like it because I remember when he got on the air and he was saying how his dad beat him. And I'm all for beating the heck out of a kid.
You know what? That's why his hip keep going out. He done got beat on the one side.
Yeah.
It's like Mama used to do, get you with both cheeks.
Hey, Steve.
What's going on, Steve? In the house. Since Steve is in the house, let's go ahead and preview her game as well. I'm gonna throw an ad in. We got the Raiders, who've gone through hell and high water this week. Hit the reset button against her Denver Broncos. Both are 3-2. Who you got?
Denver.
You going with Vic Fangio, huh? And look, we're gonna be talking about her son. We'll be talking about her son before it's all said and done. He is a monster.
Elijah. Stiana, why is Elijah out here with a 12-pack, pecs, and guns?
Right. He's not even 13 yet. He got a full 6-pack. He's a phenomenal athlete.
And he's taller than Stiana. Steve is 5'10", 5'11".
Look, before we get into Elijah Mike, who you got? Raiders or Broncos? Who you got?
No, I got the Broncos on this one. Can't pick the Raiders every game, so.
Hey,
but
man,
we got a lot.
Brandon on this one, man. You gotta go with the Raiders, man. Stick it to Brandon.
They're dealing with a lot, so I don't know how they're gonna answer this. So.
Hey, Teddy Two Gloves has been playing phenomenal, so I'm happy for Teddy Two Gloves.
They made Teddy. Turn them off.
No, she said quit talking about my baby. No, we're talking for real.
Girl, we hyping. Elijah
look,
Fernandez.
if the Lord allows us to live long enough, we will be covering him in some league. Major League Baseball, football, soccer. He does it all.
He plays
and he's
every
good
sport.
at all of it.
And he plays instruments, and he's smart. Come on.
Right. Yeah, that kid is phenomenal. All right. Now, to the main event on Monday night, which I don't know how I'm going to bowl and watch this game at the same time. Hey, now she had to drop the flex. Yeah, there you go, Steve. Drop the flex for him. And look, don't be wearing no jerseys to the draft either. We're going to do a nice ball gown.
Because I'm going to have the jersey on with a mink coat.
Because I'm going to be there, too. I'm going to be there with my fedora and my suit. Mike going to have a top hat on. We going to be there.
I'm going to have on a jersey dress. Here's my jersey dresses.
Okay, Maya. All right. Last but not least, on Monday night, we have the Buffalo Bills trolling into Nashville to take on the Tennessee Titans. I am worried. She's sending some J's. Okay. All right. Mike, be nice. My brother, my compadre, my Michigan man. Who you got? Buffalo or Tennessee? Julio Jones makes his return this Monday night.
You know I'm a Titans guy, but
here we go.
I don't see how they win this game because of Titans secondary is so bad.
Very bad.
So bad.
Christian Fulton might be
I'm
out
too. I'm gonna go with the Bills on this one.
Damn. T Sizzle?
Buffalo. I don't even have to come up with a reason.
Well, let me give y'all a reason. The last time the Buffalo trolled into Nashville, they got whooped 42 to 14, and it was stiff arm hurt round the world when Derrick Henry threw your boy Josh Norman out the club.
But I remember the last game that I worked in that club level. The Bills Mafia took over the club level because they were inviting me up there to eat their shrimp and everything else. And I
hope that doesn't happen again. Nashville, Tennessee,
they're going to take over. They're going to take over. They're going to have their Bills flag.
They do.
Yeah,
they normally do.
Yeah, Bills Mafia is no joke. But they were so friendly.
Look, all the local hardware stores don't sell them jokers no tables. Don't let them. How did he power driving a lady through the table? Mike, can you power drive Stacy through a table?
Oh yeah,
DDT that lady.
I did that last night.
Saying not can you physically, but like would she let you?
Yeah.
But Stacy, you know what? She is a risk taker. She might actually let you throw her through a table. That's messed up. Would you let your husband crack you through a table, Tasha?
Hell no. You know, Gino's cock diesel strong. You know, that's at his best, he was 6'1", 240.
She gonna wake up in the third quarter like, where am I? The Titans get it done on Monday night. Derrick Henry goes for 203 touchdowns. You heard it here first. So, with that being said, Michigan Mike, you have any closing comments? Anything you want to, team you want to watch out for this weekend?
No, man. I'm kind of this college weekend is going to be horrible. So I guess just watch out for some bad SEC football.
And Michigan plays on Friday, y'all. Wait a minute, she's like, no, hold up. Hell State gets an opportunity to make it 2 in a row for Bama, right?
Hell State.
Hey, Mike.
Clanger.
Hey, Mike. Just so she can't hear us, how many points is Alabama gonna win by today?
You know what?
I think it's like 17.
How you gonna play Alabama after they just lost? No, they're gonna win by 30.
It's funny. That's what one of Sasha's friends said. He put it on his Instagram story since he graduated from Mississippi State as well. And
Sasha was like, "Nah, don't do my school."
He said, he was like, damn, Bama lost. That means they're gonna beat us by 40 next year.
Y'all better get them cowbell and them dresses with them boots. Yeah, the dresses with the boots is a good look. I like how y'all do that in the SEC.
No, they don't do that in Mississippi State so much.
No dresses with the boots?
No, they don't really do the cowboy boots in
It's like Big 12.
So Denise, do you do the dressing up at the games, or do you wear school apparel?
I've seen her do both.
Okay, because she's one of those Fashion Nova women, you know what I'm saying? Where you might, when we go to the games, our
Yeah.
games, we be wearing leather jackets in the summertime and thigh-high boots and oh, see, she said dress up. Okay, I had it. All right.
Yeah,
No, that's like an event for us.
No, she'll dress up, but she'll have on the school color. She won't have on, oh, this is the best outfit I have, and it's hot pink, I'm going to put it on. Like, she wears the school colors. Whatever, like if they have a white out, if they have a black out or a maroon out, she wears the colors. See,
hey, you called it right. She said dress up with school apparel. You know your daughter. And y'all need to get to know her as well. Make sure you go to MayJanesCoffee.com, get you an order in. We got K-Cups in. We got T Sizzle in her do-rag and her don't-rag. And I'm proud of you because you didn't go too far off the wagon today. We're very proud of you. Michigan Mike, Monday we got beef because you picked my team to lose and I'm showing up in a full Titans uniform. And on behalf of our esteemed co-host, this is your boy, Mr. P.L. Colter. We signing off. Now get out of here and go.
Wait. I have to wish a happy 75th birthday to my uncle, the Reverend Stanley Edward Southall I over, well, I think, is he still preaching? I think he's too old. At Rutland Baptist Church in Mount Juliet, Tennessee. But he is 75 years young today.
Happy birthday. I hope you get him a little nook today, too. You know what I'm saying? Get it in. Get it in, Reb.
And on that note,
we will see y'all next week. Thank you, Mike. We will see y'all next week. Peace. Thank you, Mike.
No.